Hey, this is Ronald from Arpeggios University. And today, if you're new to the bass guitar or are considering taking up the bass guitar, this video is for you. Today I'm going to go over the bass fretboard layout and give you some really cool tips and tricks that will work right away. We're also going to go over bass scales, particularly the major G scale. We're going to go over pentatonic scales, arpeggios, triads, and show you how to use MuseScore 4.5, as well as how to read and write bass tabs. Lastly, I'm going to give you a lot of really good links to more expanded professional versions of what I'm teaching you today, links to over 50 short bass tabs that I have, as well as a library of bass information that hopefully you can use. So, without further ado, let's rock. Okay, here's our visual of what we're trying to learn today. We have 4 strings, E, A, D, G. We have frets, first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, all the way down your board. The double frets are 12. This is where everything repeats itself from up here. The notes we have in music are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If I start here, it's E, F, G, A, right? B, C, D. If you remember the notes on the first 2, E and of course your A string, since these are octaves and they're the same, then you'll remember these notes down here. So if that's a G, that's a G. This is A, B, C, C, C down here. So remember these notes and you'll be okay down here. You're reading tabs and you see an open 0 on the E string. That's E, open A, open D, and open G. If it's G1, that'll be G1, fret number 1. Fret number 2, fret number 3 on G. Bottom string is string number 1, G, and then number 2, and string number 3, and string number 4. So your E top string is actually string number 4. And I also show you how this will be tabbed. So again, F, G, A, and you just go down. And the same thing here. And if I were to play a major G scale, this is G, A3. And see how I'm skipping? Pay attention to the shape or the pattern, which can be duplicated anywhere on the fretboard. So this will be major scales. Work on this every day. Work on that fast. You can move it around. And just work on that over and over, get faster and faster. And if you're trying to figure out bass lines, the first thing you need to do is find out the root note, so you know if it's going to be G, you start there, and then you can just start playing around. It's going to be around here somewhere. To show you a few tab songs, and you let me know where you think they came from, because every song came from a major or minor scale, arpeggio, or triad. And I'm going to show you the difference in a minute. But it can also be a triad or an arpeggio. You can do a lot with triads and arpeggios, so I can just do a basic triad, right? A triad consists of 3 notes. I can do an arpeggio where I can do, start with the third and go. talk about is the pentatonic scale. It's really simple, but a lot of songs are also based off of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we're doing here. This is a basic pentatonic scale right there, and then just walk it back up. And if you have small hands, you don't have to do the stretching. Just move your hand. And this is a basic pentatonic scale. You can also learn to walk with the pentatonic scale. And that's just one simple way you can walk. But once you understand the principle of major scales or shapes, and remember, these are shapes or patterns that you can just move around the board. The cool thing is that we can mix a major G scale with a major G pentatonic scale. If I just took that C pentatonic or that G major scale, and I came up with the blues line. Now I want to show you some really quick tips and tricks that will help you with your bass playing and navigate the fretboard a lot easier. So if I have an open E, this is also an E. You'll see this a lot. That's an open E, that's an E, that's an E. A, that's an A. So open A, both A's, both A's. Open E, A, D, G. That all repeats down here on the 12th fret. E, A, D, G. This is an F. That's an F. Everything here repeats from here down. Open G, G. Open D, D. Same notes. This E, the same as that E. And you'll see songs use that. For example, Come As You Are. But these are E's. E, right? A, D. One last tip that's pretty cool is that everything is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If I start off on open E, E, F, G, A. But everything repeats up here. I can also go E, F, G, and then open A, B, C, then open D, E, F, instead of going G, F, and go G, A, B, C. And I get to here, I have an octave again. Octave on the G, again over here. I have a lot of tabs on a lot of songs that you can practice. One of the songs I have is a gospel run, and you should practice that. Like if I want to just jam a song with the major G, I can do something like. Okay, to learn how to read tabs and write tabs in MuseScore, let's go to MuseScore.org. Once you have it downloaded, jump over to MuseScore, click on New Score. If you are trying to add a 5-string bass Go down here to where it says strings plucked. Then you'll see 5-string bass. Otherwise, just go over here to bass guitar. Because if you type bass guitar here, you won't see the 5-string. Anyway, at this point, we're going to add a 4-string bass. So click on bass guitar tablature, add that over here. At this point, you could go next to put in a name for your title, fill this out, determine what time signature you want, tempos and measures here. We're just going to click done. This is what we have. If I left click here, double click, I can highlight that and change the title name and subtitle and yada yada. To add a bass, we have palettes, layout, and properties. Go over to layout. Here we see bass guitar. Click on this play icon here and you'll see this. Click on tablature for lines. Come down here and create a linked staff. We need 2 of these. Go up to the top option here, click on the toolbar or the tool option, change this to standard. Then let's go back to the bottom link tablature line and we're going to change that to 4-string simple. And now we'll see the tab here. To enlarge this, hold down Control or Command and scroll up. Left click, grab it, bring it down. Now we can start tabbing. To tab, I can click this pencil here or press N as in Nancy. These are different note durations. Whole note, half note, quarter note, right? 8th notes. Once we're here, we have our E string, E, A, D, G. And if I want to bring in an open E, I can press N as in Nancy. It's on, right now, a half note. I can use my arrow keys on the mouse and scroll down, and now press 0. So you can hear that open E. Now I want to bring in an open A, so I'll go up one with the arrow key and over to the right with the arrow key and press 0 again. Open A, D, and G. So these are quarter notes. It's a 4-bar set, quarter, 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 quarter. That's one whole note. If I want to change this, press N to stop it. I can play that back. I press the space bar. You can also use the play controls up here. If I want to go and change this to, say, an 8th note, I can click on the 8th note first. And now you'll see I'll get different types of rest. And that's what these are. Press N again. And I'll press 1 here. Now I'm on the 1st fret on the E string, on the A string, and so on and so forth. 4th fret. Because they're quarter notes, they'll be tied together like this. And it gives me more room for other notes. I can also left click to bring in a note. If I go over here to this section, press N again, click on a whole note. Now let's recreate that major G scale. Let's make it quarter notes. Let's click on the quarter note up here first. See the rest pops up. Then if I press N, now I have my rest up here. I want to come down with the arrow key, and our first note is going to be a G, which is the 3rd fret on the E string. Then we go to the 5th fret, up to B on the A string, and that will be our 2nd fret, and then down to C, our 3rd fret on the A string, and of course down to the 5th fret on the A string. Now we'll come up to the D string to the 2nd fret, go down to the 4th fret, so this is slightly different, and then down to the 5th. Press N again, we close it out. If I click on it, now I can press spacebar and I'll get this. So that is a major G scale that you just wrote out. For more information on how to tab with MuseScore, Tux Guitar, and other software, to look into how to edit in DaVinci Resolve, or for more, you can also check out my bass tabs here, as well as some of the other things I do on my YouTube page. If you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, please leave them below. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'm wishing you and yours the very best in 2025. Peace.